This is a very busy stand because it's the Renault 4 world premiere, and as you can see I'm at the back of the 4. These lights here and just the general design at the back really reminds me of the Fiat 500, but in a good way. It's fun and it's quirky, and of course it goes back to the original Renault 4 like we saw with the 5 earlier in the year, which is also at the show today. Also the Alpine A290 is here as well, which is based on that car, but it's about the Renault 4 here, the small SUV based on the Renault 5, so it looks great. I love it. It's so retro, so cool, and we're really seeing the French manufacturers have a bit of fun with their designs. Let's have a look over to the side. You can see you've got these ripples which look great, wheels, and just really lovely chunky SUV styling. Even this little window here at the back, it looks great in this metallic blue colour as well. It's so fun. So I just spoke to the head of product of the Renault 4 and he told me a lot about the car, and their strategy is very important to Renault, and it's going to really help them sell more Renault 4s and Renault 5s. That's because they're all 100% electric. They're not going backwards and making them hybrids or fully petrols. Even though I'm a petrol head at heart, I think it is a little bit confusing for consumers when a brand brings out an electric car and then makes it a petrol car. We've seen a lot of this from Stellantis in the past, and it's confusing. It makes sense when you bring a petrol and then make that electric, but just a whole completely new full electric car makes the most sense, definitely, especially to encourage people to go into an electric car. As he said, it's more people think, I want a Renault 4, I want a Renault 5, and they realise it's electric, that's fine. They're not necessarily looking for an electric car. These are great steps into the electric field. You can see this one here has got the panoramic sort of convertible roof as well, which will be an option. This is pretty insane. It's really cool. Of course, it's not full convertible, but it gives you that convertible feel. Very French. I really love that. It's just as a little bit more fun, further more fun. This is your charger placement here at the front of the car, which isn't my favourite, but it's better than being at the very, very front of the vehicle. And you do have your fast charging capability as well. Also, for a small battery, it gives you a big range. It's very efficient, that's what they focused on, and very lightweight as well. The Renault 5, for example, weighs about the same as a Volkswagen Golf, and the Renault 4 very similar. And to the front of the car, you can see the grille has got the Renault logo in it, and this fascia with the round headlights. Very retro again, really cool. I love it. I think it looks great. It has that kind of off-road look that you saw in the Paris Motor Show in 2022, but that was very much more concept. I think the production looks even better. And then here it's telling us about the battery technology on this screen here. This is the electric engine, if you like. You've got 40 kilowatt hour battery choice and 52 kilowatt hour battery with 186 or 250 miles. So in the UK, the 52 kilowatt hour battery will definitely be the most popular version, but still great to see. Just think a couple of years ago, a small electric car like the Mini or the Honda E had an electric range of around 130 miles, but now getting 186 or 250 out of a car that costs less than both of those cars with so much more space is incredible. Inside the Renault 4, you've got the classic lipstick shaped gear selector, which is inspired by Chanel lipstick, believe it or not. That's what it was based off. Then you've got this infotainment display which kind of blends into this, and then the start button just there. So it's all nicely laid out, which I really like. You've got the classic Renault section here for all your multimedia is still on a different stalk. The screen very obviously facing towards the driver for a very driver focused feel, which I like. This is a lovely steering wheel as well with the perforated leather section down here. You've got wireless phone charging on this one as well, little cubby holes here as well, an armrest, just some nice little things and features that you don't always see on a small car like this. It's nice and affordable as well. Of course, there's lots of different interiors you can have with different colours on the seats, etc. And this is kind of what these are being shown in with this sort of denim interior, which looks great. I do really like it. You've got the electronic handbrake as well with the auto hold function as well, which is excellent. All great things on an electric car to see. So comfortable seats as well. And of course, the famous baguette holder can be had with your Renault 4 as well. Very similar dash as the Renault 5. You've got this fabric on the dash, cheaper materials, but it's all really nicely finished as well. Let's have a little look in the back. we go. This is the back of the Renault 4. You got this really cool headlining that you have on the Renault 5, which is all squares, and there's little rivets on the seats. Very comfortable as well. You know, it's a small car and it feels small, but it's really nice that we're getting these sorts of vehicles definitely on the market. Renault are doing something different, and it feels a little bit a cut above. In the middle here, we've got a middle seat as well. The floor is very flat too, so that's comfortable, and the backrest isn't too bad. You don't have an armrest, but that's fine. The seats are comfortable, nice ISOFIX points. Renault are doing some incredibly clever things recently, and they've kind of just revolutionized themselves as a brand and are creating some really attractive products. And as you can see here, it is made in France. So the Renault 4 is made in France, which is a nice selling point. A lot of EVs are coming from China now. Of course, they'll get parts from elsewhere, but it's nice to stay true to its heritage with it being built in France as well. That's a great thing. Something that absolutely blew me away was 420 litres on a tiny, small SUV. It's incredible. You can see how clever it is designed here as well, and it's sort of this modular effect. So you've got this section under here, which I'll show you in a bit better detail, but you can see they've got this ukulele case, they've got a surfboard in there, they've got 2 carry-on suitcases, all managing to fit perfectly fine inside the back of the Renault 4. It's also incredibly low, the load area to get things in and out. So that's very like the Honda Jazz in that way, that it's very easy to get things in and out. And it offers another sort of practical boot space like that car actually in the electric market. We're seeing a lot of small electric cars have interior space be quite cramped because of the batteries. However, Renault have managed to use the batteries to their advantage and actually maximize the capacity of the car. You can see here, it's this boxy little shape, but it looks really cool. In fact, it does actually remind me a little bit of the Fiat Panda as well. It gives those vibes, but of course has very much its own Renault spin on it. So you can see just how low that low bay is excellent, even these scuff plates. And then this section here, this one has got a sound system in it, so there's different ones. As this is a high spec, you get the subwoofer for your sound system, but I'll show you the lower spec one, what that offers now. Electric tailgate as well on this segment of car is very uncommon, and this is so clever. 420 litres of boot space. Then you have these little flip over sections here as well, which shows you this space under here. And this one has got this removable tray, so you can have muddy boots in there, for example, or you're shopping, you could put straight in there, take that inside. That's great, all washable. So that's very clever. You can also have each section flipped. So if things are on there, you can still access underneath, and it's a nice little space storage area. You've got the little straps here and extra cubbies on each side as well. Again, maximizing all that space. It means it's truly practical, and it shows for a small car, you can actually have quite a lot of room inside, especially due to its boxy dimensions. Love the side of the car as well. I'll show you that now. Like the original car, you've got these like ripples in the doors, which look great. Really nice. These look great with these alloys as well. So much customization like we saw on the Renault 5 as well. You can actually pre-order one if you like one of the Renault 4s. You can get an R4 pass, which allows you to kind of be first in the queue to buy one. Same with the R5, you could do that. It's £150 and it allows you to kind of be first in the queue to get your slot for a Renault 4. And here you can see how the Renault 4 could look as a highway patrol car, safety car, or as a police car. They look incredible. Definitely a versatile vehicle with all that space inside and that good range would make them perfect cars for these services. They look so great. Like I say, they give me a little bit of obviously the original Renault 4. They give a bit of Fiat Panda vibes, but so much more stylish and safe, of course. It's a little bit Jeepish as well, but again, all on its own Renault spin. I think they've done an excellent job. I'm very excited for Renault Group, comparing it to other brands. For example, with Stellantis, with Citroën, they're doing fun things with the C3, but I think this just tops it completely. I've done a few individual videos of a couple of cars as well, so make sure to check those out on the channel. If you like new car reviews and car content, hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you soon.